green onion donaires.
Oh shit! Oh
How
my
good would that be?
Like you make the wrap out of a green onion cake?
Get a green
Yes!
onion, okay?
Oh.
Go to a donaire spot and say, I just want donaire meat. Make a green onion donaire.
People act like things aren't happening on this podcast. This is happening on this podcast.
I'll make
dude.
one. We'll make
green
one.
onion cake donaire? Are you kidding me?
I can't believe no one
That's
ever
it.
thought about
Who's
it.
never done that? No one
I
has.
thought about it, haven't even done it yet.
Oh
Let's do it next
my
time.
god.
I'll make you guys one.
Is this too far? But making like little, instead of doing
It's gonna be too far.
tacos,
Let's
using soft shell green onion cakes and then do like a little taco
Anything
in
to
it?
wrap anything in.
Let's put green onion cakes on everything.
That's too far.
Yeah.
I don't agree with
You don't
that.
like tacos?
Alright,
No,
no,
tacos like that?
Flag on the play. Marito says. Too far.
Too far, though. How good are these wings?
Pretty good.
They're pretty good.
They're
pretty
fucking
good.
I
delicious.
love that you took them from the show. We hosted a show,
No,
and then you're like, "I'll get wings to go for the podcast."
they're fucking
Yeah.
delicious.
And you got them for half price too.
Yo, Celeste and I, every time we run into each other, we just eat. All we do is eat like fat little sluts. Eh? No, fat little smelly sluts. And then when we get in the car, our guts smell.
Our guts smell.
They
Just
stink, bro.
food in the
But they
cleavage,
sweat.
everything.
Hey
They
man.
sweat. By the way, we were talking about titty sweat. Remember that?
Yeah, I do
Bro?
remember that.
Yeah, bro. My girl has big titties, so when you lift them, they have this like
Smell?
waft, and it's so fucking good.
I'm getting that now that I'm older.
I'm getting
Right
it now that
in
it's sagging.
I'm like,
Oh,
my
ouch.
in between.
Come on.
I love it.
Fun.
You smell in between?
Hard. I hey. I'm like, ooh, but it's good. It's a romantic.
I love it.
It's
you know?
weird when it's your own, whatever it is for smell. You're just kind of like, yeah, it's not that bad.
Whatever,
You
but
smell it for someone else, you're like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Your own, you're like,
no, bro. My girl's is good, bro. Remember you were saying that I should put it in a vial and make a perfume out of it?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow.
good.
Yeah.
Do that.
Titty sweat.
business ideas.
Yo, did you hear about who made that candle that smells like her pussy?
What?
Gwyneth
Gwyneth
Paltrow.
Paltrow, baby. Goop,
What's
son.
the microphone, Celeste?
Oh my god, sorry. I'm being
Gwyneth.
Celeste had a
Yo,
microphone.
Erica Badu as well did something like incense that smells like her pussy or something.
Who's that?
Erica Badu, I just saw that.
It's, incense would be way more funny because it would smell like your pussy but also smoke.
Smoke.
For longer. Yeah.
Yeah. And it'd make your whole house smell like it for
And you feel like you gotta pray to it. Like
That's
it's
what
like-
yeah. But like, what a candle that smells like a pussy? Like, what are we? Like, what is that? Like, I'm sorry, a vagina. What does that smell like? Like, what? I don't have
Have you
one.
never smelled the vagina?
Well, I'm curious what the candle smells like. Is what I'm saying.
Of like Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina.
well, like what?
Have you guys smelled it?
Combination of herbs or whatever did
Why
I
don't
put
we?
together?
Why don't you Google what it smells like?
I imagine it's Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina. That was the whole selling feature.
Okay, what does that smell like then?
Every other woman's vagina.
Yeah, bro.
And so, what does that smell like? Just if you're gonna describe it in words.
You don't know what it smells
It's
like.
a nice acidic. It's a nice acidic plum.
Plum.
Yeah.
See, Alex, that's all I'm asking for.
Honestly, it's a nice
A nice
acidic
acidic
plum.
plum.
That's how pussy smells like to me.
It's
Throughout the month, it varies.
yeah.
It varies.
Yeah.
It varies throughout the
And it
month.
gets thicker.
I don't know.
Oh,
Something
boy.
happens with the essence and energy and whatever. is happening
Energy
to
for
us.
sure.
From the
It's
universe.
like, oh, okay, different.
Moons and stuff.
Yeah.
I get it. I
You
get
guys are
it.
sickos.
Super interesting.
I would definitely get that though. I would get a candle that smells like a pussy. That's sick.
It's $55 or something.
Like a pussy,
55?
like a pussy that's sick, or like a pussy, comma, that's sick.
No, like
I know it's sick vagina.
no, a very thick vagina. Very
He's from
thick.
Calgary, man. I don't know.
Yo, Calgary! Shout out to motherfucking Northeast Calgary. Calgary Flames about to win the Stanley Cup this year. I know it's.
North Calgary is the closest to Edmonton.
So bold.
Yo, I know that's so fucking haram saying that on a motherfucking Edmonton podcast, but I want to give a shout out to all my Calgary Flamers. I want to give a special
Flamers.
shout out to all my
That's your
Latinos,
nickname.
my Filipinos, East Africans in the Northeast, Calgary, YYC, we the realest.
Dozens of thousands of listeners.
It's
Go burn
okay.
down Calgary.
No. You gotta give love to Calgary.
Those same people, but from
Calgary's
Edmonton. What's up?
alright.
No,
I have
Calgary's
been there.
fine. I like Calgary as a city to visit. I don't think I'm.
Yeah, I think
but
their
it's a
zoo
place to
killed
go.
it, dude. Their zoo's
Their
the
zoo's
best.
way better. Ours has
Our
a
zoo's
sad
fire, and we have dinosaurs.
Well,
in
they're
ours.
dead.
Yeah, yes.
How sick is that? You guys see? I told you.
I told you.
What?
Zoo
No,
game
the Shadow Dome is
Yo,
balls,
Zoo
though.
Game-
The Shadow
the Shadow
Dome is the
Dome
absolute
sucks.
worst piece of garbage.
Yeah, Rexall was better than the Saddle Dome.
Yeah,
And we have a better
Rexall is
rank
shit.
Calgary, shawarma nights,
Shawarma Nights is fire.
Yo, also,
The best
I didn't
flavors.
see that. What's that?
Donaires, like donaires.
It's fire, and they have
shawarma.
Halifax donairs too.
bro, what's that Asian place down the road
No.
from Broken City where you can play
You and me?
chopsticks on the fucking
You and me?
tables? No. Uncle Sammy's.
Oh, Singapore Sam's.
Singapore Sam's, bro.
Yo, you know about Calgary well, bro. Singapore Sam's is some real shit.
Yeah, bro. Singapore Sam's the best.
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna get shot at a restaurant by a Vietnamese gangster. That's how real Calgary
If
you
I
are.
wear this ring there, fuck.
Bro, you get shot. Bah! And those Vietnamese guys shoot you in the dick, just to let you know. They let you survive, bro.
Right in the ball.
Without a dick. Without a dick!
Without a dude. Yo, I was actually born in Calgary.
You were? Real talk. But are you an Edmonton fan? Are you an Edmonton fan?
Yeah, we moved when I was 2. So I was born in Calgary, but I lived here.
Marcus,
Crazy.
Yeah.
your parents had you, and they're like, this feels like an Edmonton baby.
They're like this.
Fuck out
We
of here.
need to get up to fucking oil country.
Calgary
baby.
is the twilight zone for me. Every time I'm in Calgary, I'm like, it's Edmonton, but opposite. We're
I can see that.
exactly the same, just in a different part
Yeah.
of the province.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You-
weird
people
because
are
we're
the same.
so Alberta. Like, we're still like.
Yeah. Well, and the big difference is like Calgary is where all like the oil headquarters and shit is, and Edmonton's where like all of them
All the
go
workers.
on their like time off or whatever. All
Well,
of the
you
actual
look-
workers.
Yo,
go.
I did.
Because Calgary's white collar and you guys are more blue collar.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah. And you get guys like you get fucking like cartoonish accents. like you,
Right, man.
no, 1,000%. No, that's more. I think that's more like Ontario.
Really?
Fucking
Because
this kid, this
This
guy, yo, fucking Alex, Danny Martinello, and Drew
yeah,
Bem
yeah.
are the ultimate Alberta boy accents I've ever heard in my
That's
life.
true.
And
That's
this guy's
look
like,
those guys up.
okay,
By
so
the
Danny
way.
Martinello is full Alberta retard. Like that's like to the max, like
It's been
brr.
about gender neutral. Oh.
Right, and then Drew Bem is like, okay, this guy's sort of fucked up, but like he can come to a party, you'll still invite him. And then this guy's like, you invite him to your Thanksgiving dinner, but he still gets drunk and falls on the Christmas tree. That's who Alex Fortin is. Right?
my
But you guys
exact
have
vibe.
very good Alberta boy accents. I love them.
It's
They
your
drip
energy.
of oil.
It's
They
your
drip
It's
of the
energy.
sweat
Yeah.
of indigenous stolen land. I love it.
I would reek of it.
Yeah.
I was like, white dudes in Canada have the same sort of like fucking rights,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's the energy from the different provinces. That's probably what it is.
It's
Alberta's probably got a lot of them.
Yeah, it's very
Oh,
tough guy. It's very alpha male, whereas in Ontario it's very high. It's very high. Let's go smoke a fucking dart. You know what I mean? The more east you go, like even towards a motherfucking, what's his name? Rob Pugh has a good joke about that. The more east you go, it's like the more you can't detect what the fuck they're saying anymore. Right? Because in the Maritimes you can't you don't know what they're saying. It's crazy. But here it's very slow. It's very slow and you're perfect. Say no. Just say it, bro.
No.
See? You hear that? That's amazing. White girls go crazy for that accent. They
It's
fucking
so
spam.
Just the word no?
Yeah, no.
White guys go crazy for the word no.
Yeah.
That sort of goes against
No.
a few things that have been in the news.
True.
Oh my god.
True.
These motherfucking wings though.
Yeah, these
what kind of
wings are
accent do I have? Do you guys think?
It's
A
weird.
little clickety clack.
Calgarian.
It's oddly like Spanish, but like
Calgarian for sure.
Spain. You sound like you're from Spain.
Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So that's making fun of me because I click my teeth when I talk. Yeah. Because I have a fucking speech impediment.
I think it feels like you have more of an accent than you do. 'Cause you also have a speech impediment.
I do.
So
So
it makes you sound
Marito
Spanish.
likes his
What?
job.
It makes you sound Spanish that I have a speech impediment.
Will
It's
No, have you ever heard that? Historically,
Historically, dude.
I swear to God, there was a king, like the king of Spain. That's why they like say it Spain. If you're ever from like fucking Ibiza.
Oh yeah.
It's because there was like a king who had a speech impediment, so he like killed people who didn't speak that way because he didn't want to be like a weirdo.
That's how you know you're a king. Dude.
Oh, what was her name? That was Queen Elizabeth the First. King fucking the guy, and he was like, just watch Elizabeth 1 and 2. She fucks up this dude.
Yeah, you know what
and
I'm talking
that
about.
king from Spain was like, head of a head. Head of a head. And it was like, oh my god. Why are you talking like that?
Oh my God! Why are you talking like
He
that?
talks Spanish like that. What's happening?
That's amazing. So you're telling me that it was like meant to be that I have a speech impediment?
No,
Yeah, you're a king.
not at all.
That I,
Not at all.
Just like a different,
No,
like,
never mind.
just a different
yeah.
form of Spanish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Philippines, we have, yeah,
Oh, that's
we have Philippine or Spanish words.
What's that? What do they call it? What's that? The thing that they say
what thing?
where you're like born with the blood of the gods. That's how like the kings. That's how they used to justify.
Divine
like,
intervention.
Yeah, divine. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not
Divine providence, sir. Divine providence.
Yes.
It is divine providence that I rule over this
Absolutely.
earth.
That's exactly it. Divine providence
Yeah.
gave you the speech impediment.
Well, it did. It honestly did. Thank you to the gods in the earth.
Yo,
Divine
Providence up in this shit.
Do you know what divine providence is?
I don't.
It's like the kings used to use that as an argument for why they're like able to take all the money and the riches and all that shit.
That's
People would be like, "Why do you get it and we don't?" They're like, "Well, because I was born. My soul was born into this family, so God chose my soul to be given this privilege. So you have to listen to what I say because it was God's decision."
To be
Oh,
fair,
God,
that's a
what?
pretty good argument.
It's a showman. The guy was a showman. He was just like hookah, so like out there,
Yeah.
ordained.
Ordained.
He
This is-
ordained himself. He's like,
Hey.
I'm gonna put on the show, and I'm gonna rule.
And
shit."
back then, to ordain yourself as something different was a big step.
That is.
Now it's pretty common.
Is that actually what it's called?
Divine providence, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
I do feel like I am touched by the Holy Spirit. Can I be honest with you?
I think so too.
I'm a very different
Who
man.
did it?
Yeah, I was gonna say that was your priest, not the Holy Spirit.
I was touched in grade 4 by Father Damien. Guys, listen, I'm kidding. I'm joking. No, only white kids get touched. But anyways, it's true though. There was like I got touched. I was a fucking church. What's it called? Altar boy.
I got out, man.
No man. Yeah, see,
I
like
wasn't like
Very rarely an ethnic got kidnapped in the 80s. I'm just saying.
yeah,
That, or at least that was shown on TV
Yeah, I was.
or on a milk carton.
for sure. We ain't gonna let that happen. You know what I mean? And if you do get touched,
We're not letting it happen. That's why
and
it's
if
not
you do get
happening.
touched, your parents are like, never speak on this again. This is your fault.
What?
But dude, that's why it becomes.
No, that wouldn't happen.
Back in the day,
I don't know.
are you crazy? My mom would be so embarrassed. She would let no one know that I got. This is weird.
We're getting into a different space here.
you guys don't just like got silent.
Hey,
Like
Johnny
Johnny
for sure
Daniels.
did.
All of you. God. Yeah.
That's real shit though. It's real shit. Like, my mom always told me at a very young age, don't ever let anyone touch your KFC.
Yeah.
KFC, like KFC. Like anything good on your body is KFC. Like,
Hilarious.
That's fire. Are you crazy?
Anything that people want to put in their
no
mouths.
one, don't touch my KFC. Don't touch my KFC.
That's amazing.
Why KFC, mom? Because that's your KFC. I'm like, oh my god.
That's so cool. Your mom is the sweetest. And she cooks so good. She gave just
What
like
a
made me a
weird-
fish head.
Way to perceive it, right?
What a weird way to perceive it, but that.
But I get it, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
listen, this is KFC.
You guys.
It's so good.
Dude, have you ever seen
my
Danny
today.
Martinello's like "This is my like don't touch me box" or some shit?
No.
Holy fuck, it's
Oh,
so
there's still
funny.
so many wings, guys. Yay.
Oh, that's so funny. Yo, this girl, this is a funny story. Okay, this girl that I was like dating for a bit told me this story about she had like 2 older sisters, And I guess one time they were like taking a bath when they were like young. And the oldest was like standing in the bath, and the mom like opens the door, and the oldest like, "This is your vagina." Like the younger one, like can't talk yet, is just sitting in the bath, like,
Just floating?
yeah, just being a baby.
Just being a baby drowning. Actually,
Yeah,
is
dude.
one.
That's so funny. The
Can't
baby
swim.
just like this.
Can't swim yet.
This is your vagina.
You're supposed to be holding her, okay?
But you know what I mean when a baby's like there and like.
Yo, stop. But this though? Who was just explaining the rocking back and forth?
Yeah, just you know the water gets him going.
Oh god.
And then what?
And then it was just a funny thing, but like this little 3-year-old was teaching this little one like, "This is your vagina."
Vagina.
And the mom like was like, "What the fuck?"
Is happening right now? Yo, listen
Yo, can you tell the story
Which one?
about your kids.
about your kid when you
Please.
were- when you came out of the shower?
Oh my god.
Oh, please.
When I was no glasses?
Yeah.
That mint
Oh,
oil?
no.
Yeah. Can you please tell the story?
Let's hear it.
So I was coming out of the shower and I used Japanese mint oil mixed with my lotion because it's really good for your body. And I came out of the shower and I was just like, "Where's my mint oil?" And I wanted it before I dried up for some reason. And I'm like, "Oh, I left it on the nightstand." So I ran out and I like just dipped out of the shower, just like no towel, whatever, like soaking wet, butt naked,
And you're blind.
blind, can't see anything, no glasses.
Oh.
And I grab it from my nightstand and I sit down. I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Oh my god, I know what that is." And Apollo was like, my son, he's just like, "Mommy, I feel something." I'm like, "What are you doing? Oh my god." Sit on my son, naked.
Oh, yeah, I feel so.
Oh
I
my
feel
God.
something. I was like,
Was he
"Oh,
naked?
No, he came into bed while I was in the shower, and then I was like, "Oh my god." Mortified.
Apollo's the cutest little kid I've ever met in my life. Me and like the comments in Toronto talk about how little his teeth are.
Oh my god.
They're so little. They're the smallest teeth. No, bro.
Yes,
They're the
that was
smallest,
super.
cutest little teeth. If Baby Yoda had teeth, those would be his teeth.
Dude, the only people who've ever said, me and my friends talk about how small his teeth are you and Nazis.
Oh my god.
That's so funny though.
Oh, that's.
Gross. It's so gross. This kid, and Apollo's a perv, yo.
Is it?
No.
I don't want to say he's a perv. He's just like
Yo, how
someone
old
that's
is he?
like wants to be like, is that your bum? Or like say things, and I'm like, I get it, but like, don't
I get it, but like, come on.
don't talk
son.
about it. Also, don't listen to me and don't YouTube me.
Don't YouTube me.
All of it. It's so gross.
How old is your oldest kid?
9.
How like internet savvy are they? Like, could they YouTube you if they wanted to?
Yeah.
Like, if they're like, "I want to see mommy do stand up,"
Yeah,
like, while
they
you were
probably
out of
could.
the house.
Yeah, let's see stuff.
They'd see stuff. They would see stuff.
It's not like
Do it yourselves,
close
folks.
enough to like
YouTube her. Celeste Lampa.
whatever.
Yeah, no, do it. I'm trying to get to them views from
Not
our
my
dozens
finest
of listeners.
moments, but you know,
Hey,
whatever's there is
Listen, we've
there.
got dozens of thousands of listeners, or maybe just that. Listen, we've got listeners, and they'll YouTube you, which is good.
But I want to hear it.
Go on.
So, how like is that weird? Are you worried about that? Like having your
also.
kids? Yeah.
100%, yeah.
Oh, that's gotta be so stressful.
Everything's contradicting. Because I give them advice and I'm like, meh.
My niece and my nephew look at my shit.
Yeah, is that weird?
Yeah, and my niece is 6 and my nephew's 11.
But then
Yeah.
they know you.
Yeah. But I'm the cool uncle though. It's different when it's your parent.
Yeah.
Right? That must be motherfucking different. Cause I'm the cool ass uncle. Every time I
Yeah,
come home.
so like if you're the uncle, I remember having uncles who's like, "Oh yeah, my uncle went to jail," or when like you
Yeah,
was your
yeah,
uncle.
yeah.
But if a kid was like,
Bro,
"My dad was in jail,"
Yeah,
kid is
it's
fucked.
different. Yeah, 1000. And dude, like
Yeah.
my nephew and my niece know that I've been arrested, that I've been to rehab. Like they know all that shit. And they're like, Yeah, they respect it, right? But I'm not their father.
They respect it. That sounds like some jailhouse shit. Like, yo, they know what I've been through. They respect it.
Yeah, bro. And my little nephew.
They never stepped to me.
You know what my little nephew said to me? Cause like I've never been to prison, but I remember I came home once, jacked, just super jacked, and my little nephew was like, "Did you do that in prison or whatever, like in jail?" And I was dying. I'm like, no, I don't even know that word. You know what I mean? Like,
Who told you that you get jacked in prison?
yeah. How do you know all this
You're
shit?
like at the remand for one night.
Just
literally.
got a good pump in.
Yo, literally one night you
On
just
the
walk in.
10th day.
It's like, yo, I would recommend that to anyone, man. That was
Just walking to the airport for the remand center.
Trying to get there on chest day, man.
Just get jacked at the remand.
Like
bro.
this sucks.
Where the fuck are the rest of the wings? They're done. Yo,
Right.
how dope is it? We were smashing wings.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's the best podcast so far.
Okay, who's been on so far? Because I really want to compete now.
Okay, we had yeah, we have so much time left. I want to talk about rehab and shit.
And rate them out of 10.
Okay, they're all 10 out of 10,
Okay.
and we've had a few podcasts. We've had a few podcasts on. So, Long and Hard podcast came on.
They were fun,
Two
yeah.
Girls One Broadcast came on.
Awesome hour.
Awesome Hour came on. Game Changers came on.
That's right, yeah.
Who else? We had the Ninja. We had a Ninja Warrior chick. You guys ever watch
Yeah.
American Ninja Warrior?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a local woman who does that.
Nice.
She made like the Ninja Warrior Championship, like the global championship for it. She's from Edmonton.
What's your
Jesus.
name?
Quinn Goldie.
Wow.
Quinn Goldie.
How
Yeah.
old is she?
Quinja. on the-
Quinja.
How old is she?
Oh, I think early 20s. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd have to be.
Yeah.
Oh no, just the way
I'm
I
so
feel.
interested. Celeste is so interested.
We weren't videoing yet though, so.
What other comedians did you have?
Mike Lynch, we've had.
Yeah.
Peter
Fuck,
Sandler.
I love Mike Lynch.
Oh my god.
That guy's a goddamn beaut.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
good shit.
We posted a clip online about this story he told about a guy who called himself the Alphagetti Gobbler
Yeah.
and never
Elaborates.
explained what that name meant for the whole story, but it was a very funny little spot. Like it's like a sensible guy from Newfoundland that comes and talks to him after a show in Vancouver, and then it starts telling him about the time that he fucked his girlfriend in the back alley or something, and he's just like, what?
Okay. And yeah, just randomly at some point throws out, he's like, so everyone used to call me the Alphagetti Gobbler, and then just never addresses why. Never brings it up
This whole
again.
time, just that's what it is. Yeah.
By the way, these are nice microphones. These are great.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're so like, yeah.
This so karaoke.
They are. That one's mad karaoke. But this is beautiful. Like when you think about a
Yeah, it's a nice
microphone,
one.
how it should look like. Ooh, this is it. Are these rented, sir? What do you
No,
know?
this is we got a sort of mismatch of people that have brought mics over there. Like the Dead Baby Bear podcast films out of here. Sean LeComber
Yeah.
and Kathleen McGee.
Oh,
a
fuck
couple of
yeah.
their mics in the mix. Alex has brought
Kathleen's
some.
been on.
Yeah, Kathleen's been on. Yeah, and I've got some mics. So there's just a nice collection of mics going on here.
It's a nice mix.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, nice mix. And this week you have two spicks. Well, she's
Yeah,
not
it's a very nice mix.
We got the ethnic hour this week.
the ethnic
That's right.
hour.
There we go.
They have each other. Me and Alex. Yes.
There we are. Yeah.
Oh,
That
credit.
song? Do
Swagger.
anything for clout? Is that
That's
the song?
us
Oh my
right now.
God.
Dude, you look
What
like
a word.
you look like you were the host of like a kids TV channel
On
in the
YTV.
90s. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just never let it go.
Yeah.
Like I still walk around, and when
Yeah.
people notice me, go, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
You want a
just like,
picture?
yo, when we're back, yo, it's YT.
Yeah.
But you all say your name on the spot.
Yo, you know who I met? Motherfucking DJ Phil.
Oh, I was gonna say DJ Phil, dude.
Sure.
Or PJ Phil.
PJ Phil, yeah,
Fresh
PJ
Phil?
Phil.
Bro, I met PJ
PJ
Phil.
Phil?
And guess where?
Where?
At a golf resort, and he was working there. And I was like, damn.
Oh,
He's
But still,
working.
he's a legend, though.
C4.
He's still a
that was
legend.
good, man.
You know him? PJ Phil?
I know who he is.
Bro, the legend.
Do you guys remember Candy? Were you guys too old for that? That weird chick with the high voice, Sugar. What was her name? Some
On
shit like that?
YTV?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
She
yeah.
was older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
She
her
was
voice was.
super high pitched voice and like bright pink hair.
Yeah, what the fuck ever happened to her?
No idea.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna look that up right after this is done.
Dude, what were your Saturday afternoon cartoons? Did you guys watch cartoons when you were kids?
Man.
Yeah, 1000%. Biker Mice from Mars, baby.
Oh, really?
That shit was a fucking legendary show, bro.
Gargoyles?
Gargoyles was fire!
I remember Darkwing Duck.
They gotta
being
bring
my
that back.
shit.
Yeah, that was pretty okay.
Darkwing
That's such a white kid
Yeah.
show. Darkwing Duck.
Come on, man.
Gargoyles was like hard, you know?
It
Like
was
there
hard and it was
like,
the emotion
and
in
then
there.
wrestling was after. Like,
Dude,
You know what was amazing too?
You know, I love
Spider-Man.
wrestling when I was a kid.
Spider-Man and X-Men.
Yeah.
The cartoon series
yeah,
were fucking
it's
dope.
crazy.
bro, this is the funniest story I have in my whole life. So,
Judging you,
my
man.
brother
Oh.
and I used to watch Gargoyles when we were growing up, but we were fucking horrible kids. I don't know what it was. We were just fucking assholes. So my mom couldn't get anyone to babysit us, except for there was this one horrible religious woman who would babysit us, and then we'd watch Gargoyles, but she was like, those are like depictions of the devil, you can't be watching the show. So she like wouldn't let us watch Gargoyles, but we're like, fuck you, like our mom lets us watch this show, like
Yeah.
get out of here. So she would like get us in trouble all the time. So one time she like got really mad at us for watching Gargoyles, so my brother like ran upstairs, and he was like standing at the top of the stairs, and then I did something, so she started chasing him, and then
And then I
around,
did something.
she turns around to look at me and is yelling at me, and my brother from the top of the stairs just started pissing on her.
Oh god!
So she's standing,
Oh,
you know how like there's a staircase that goes up like 3 stairs, there's like a big flat stair, and then it goes up like the rest of the staircase
Yeah.
as it like turns.
Oh my
So
God.
she's standing on like the 3, like yelling down at me, and from the 6th top, Pat just starts pissing like right down on her head,
In her ear?
just fucking all over her, just
all over.
fucking pisses all
Oh,
over
and
her.
kids have smelly piss,
no
bro.
respect.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So the way our house was built, one of our bathrooms had a drawer, so you could open the drawer and you couldn't open the door because it would open into the drawer, which you couldn't close. So my brother then just locked himself in the bathroom until my parents came home. So he just pissed all
Oh
over her.
my
No one in the bathroom was like, alright, see you later, bitch.
Just go puts himself in jail?
Yeah.
So funny. And then what happened after? What did she do?
She just yelled at like us. She just got mad.
Did she take a shower?
I don't know, he's in the bathroom.
Oh god! So she left you, but like, did she leave you guys alone or what?
No, she just waited until like my parents came home. Just
It
was
was
mad
like
at us.
cuss them out.
And she told them. She was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Yo, your kid pissed on me."
Yeah,
And what did your parents say?
they're like pretty mad at us.
I mean,
Girls
Oh.
can't do that.
bad kid?
not that bad.
No, I can tell you were a bad
He was a
kid,
bad
bro.
kid. I was a good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
dude, me and my brother were lunatics. I don't know how my mom like survived.
that's crazy. I used to hang out with this kid named Chris, and he would spread his asshole. when we would come over and just
Not
fart.
good.
But one time he farted so hard.
He would come over and just fart.
Bro, spread his asshole and fart, and one day he just fucking shit hit the wall. And I remember I was an immigrant kid, and I was just like, wow, we are not the same. And I couldn't stop laughing. I went, ah! And then the mom was just like, fucking Chris! And that's the first time I heard mom swear too. She was laughing so hard. This kid just a shit like right on the wall.
Oh, that's
Fucking Chris.
Yo, that's like a scar, bro. That's like a scar in your life.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
that's
that's
like
a scar.
thing that you're like,
I thought about
ouch.
fucking
Yo,
Chris.
And that was just a Tuesday for that mom.
first of all,
That was just like, oh.
her reaction
How old
was
were you?
just fucking.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
How old were
Fucking
you?
Chris.
how old were you?
Oh man, like that was back in the day, like 7.
Oh my God, man.
7-year-old.
7 years old, even younger probably, because that's like when I first moved to Canada. But it was crazy because that kid, like, he was so bad, man. And he would have like the
Still shits on people.
Dude, he would have no. Actually, he's gay now, which is hilarious. Cause I never would have thought. Like I saw a picture of him recently because I haven't seen him in like 2 decades, and he's like hugged up with his boot.
Good for
And
him.
I'm like, good for you, Chris.
Yeah.
Man, the last time I saw you, you was shit on the wall.
You're like from time, G.
From the IMG. But this
It
guy.
seems like he was pretty true to himself from day one.
But dude,
Like he just like did his thing. Cause like I don't know anyone else that like.
he was a bad kid though. He was like a super bad kid. He would always like fight with his brother Kenneth. And Kenneth, I remember, was getting arrested when he was 11.
Ooh.
Kenneth.
What?
Listen to that name, bro. Kenneth.
That's my
That sounds
brother's.
like a
That's
bad
my
kid.
little brother's name. We call him Kenny though.
That's a bad kid's
It's
name.
a bad kid's
Fucking
name.
Kenneth.
Kenny.
Fucking Chris.
Dude, fucking
And
Chris.
she was a single mom too, so she
That's
would.
not the first time she saw
No, she would snap. But they had money though. They had good like cake. Like I remember we used to go there.
But also shit on the wall though.
Bro, I remember the first time I ever saw Sonic and Knuckles. I was sitting there astonished like it was a movie.
Bro, you telling me about this last time because I have that game for Xbox. Remember
Yeah, and
that?
they were playing, and I would just watch like it was a fucking Lion King at the theater. I'd be like, just wondering why we didn't have that shit. Right? Kenneth and Chris. Fucking Chris!
Fucking Chris. Oh, fucking Chris.
Oh man.
God damn it.
Chris is like.
Not again.
I can't take it.
Listen,
Every
Chris,
time I
one
talk
more
to
time.
Edmonton, I feel like I'm on acid. Honestly, when I hang out with you boys, I die. And when I'm with Bradley,
Yo, the snaps
Brad's the
that
best.
you give Brad are so funny. Him rapping like upside down against the wall yesterday.
Oh my god.
Just ridiculous.
I remember we had just a random deep conversation. We just started talking about life and how to
Yeah.
prepare yourself for comedy.
Yeah.
Remember that? It
Yeah.
was so deep.
Yeah,
And Bradley even got teary-eyed. Like I could see him, he was like, thank you, man. I was like, God damn.
Thank you.
Hey, what's happening?
That's a good thing.
You're like
it's
a
good.
comedy pastor.
No, it's good because I'm wise beyond my years. I've gone through shit. I fell. You know what I mean? Fucking Chris. I will never forget that.
Fucking Marito. Fucking Marito, no.
Yo, I love that one, the white lady voice. Do it again. Say fucking Chris.
Fucking Chris. God damn. Did you just shit on the wall? Chris.
That's so funny. You're perfect. Fucking Chris. That's just like so much anger in a single mother there. In a single mom. Fucking Chris.
Just last. Just
Bro,
that's the last thing of the day. Just like, come on.
And
no.
Chris was younger than me, so he was like 6. What are you doing that?
Pooping on walls.
Yo, you were 6 and still shooting on walls, dude.
That was a bad
What?
kid. That was a bad kid. And he used to like fucking throw shit at his sister.
Like actual shit, like a
No. Like
like in the
toys.
zoo.
Toys and stuff. He was a bad kid.
But me and my brother, I thought it was normal that like brothers and like siblings would just like get into fist fights. I thought we
Oh,
would
yeah.
do that all the time.
No, Spanish kids, we fought. My sister would like,
Yeah.
My sister
Throw-
was mean.
yo, my sister would
Wow.
throw shit. Right? Because she's from that 90s era. She was born in the 80s. She saw a bit of the 80s and fucking
My
got boobs
sister.
in the 90s. So she used to throw shit at us.
Yeah.
My
Big
sister-
sisters were like the worst in the 90s.
Yeah.
The worst.
Dude, my sister kicked me off the bus once in front of everybody, and then she just kept walking, and that still scarred me. I still have to confront her and be like, "Yo, but you did that to me once."
I still have to confront her.
I still gotta
Let's
confront
do
her.
it now.
Call
Let's
this
podcast.
No.
Call her up.
No, but she'll like
It's
probably be like,
aggression.
I don't.
It's a form of like.
No, but my sister will be like, "Nah, you lying." She 1000% she'll say that. She won't even be
She
like,
won't believe it.
"Yeah, she'll be
right?
like, you're
Yeah.
such a liar."
Yeah. I used to be such a dick when I knew my sister was gonna sneak out. My sister was like a teenager when I was like in puberty.
Yeah.
Like grade 6, she's in grade 12. And I knew she was gonna sneak out. So I'd be like, Mom, let's sleep in the living room. So we'd sleep in the living room, like, make a latag, like sleep
Yeah.
on the floor. And then my sister would be coming down the stairs. I could hear her friend's car in the front. I'm like, waiting. My sister would come down the stairs, see us, and she'd be like, bitch. And then she'd like tiptoe back upstairs. And she's just like,
that's
you're
so
the fucking worst. The next morning, she was so pissed off.
Did you ever get caught?
Who, Nicole?
Yeah.
Sneaking out? Not really.
Bro, my sister had to take care of us because my parents would go work, right? Like they would have to go like do like
Yeah.
janitorial work and all that. So my sister was our babysitter. Like my sister basically like raised us when we were like little kids. Cause my parents would always be working, and my sister's only like 5 years older than us. So like it's the same thing. When we were in like grade 6, she was already in high school. So I remember she would bring her boyfriend over. She would bring her boyfriend over, which is nuts, bro. And this was like back in the 90s when like La Raza and like Blood In, Blood Out were that shit. So like every girl had a Spanish gangster as her boyfriend. So this guy, I remember he would sneak in.
Those are dry years. I remember them.
Yo, sometimes she would come in. She was
As a white man, got nothing back in the
you dry as the bone. It's still dry as the bone for the whites. Because now black guys are in. But anyways, so listen, alright? So, one day, my parents had to work during the day. So, and this was risky. Because you never knew when they came home. Right? During the day, like on the weekends. So, because usually at night, she knows that they're going to be gone for 5 hours, right?
Right.
But this time, my mom stayed at work and my dad came home on the weekend, and her boyfriend ran to the balcony of her room and just like hid on the roof for like 2-3 hours. And my dad was just chilling watching TV, and she was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck are we gonna do?" And he wouldn't go to the bathroom. So I remember he was telling me, "Yo, keep dad distracted," right? Like my sister, right? So like when he goes to the bathroom, he would just run out or whatever the fuck. Anyways, this guy. He didn't know what to do. He was so scared. And one of my boys was riding his bike, by our house, and he yelled down. He's like, "Yo, man, you think like it's far if I jump?" And then the kid was like, "Nah, man, don't do it." And then fucking the guy jumped off the roof and became a paraplegic. I'm not even kidding. This is
No!
Bro,
You're lying.
Te lo juro. This is a true ass story.
No way.
This is a real story. And then that kid was still there. Michael, I remember his name was Michael. He was looking down at him and he was like, "Fuck." He's like, "Yo, man, call 911. And then the kid was like, "Alright, man." So then he
There's
called.
no way.
Yeah, I swear to God, he called
You're
911.
such a liar. You're a liar.
I swear to God, he called 911, and then the cops come and everything, and my dad was so upset.
That your sister had a boy over?
Was so upset that she did all this, and the cops were like, obviously they didn't know, they knew it was like, wasn't my dad's fault. Even his dad was so mad that like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
he was Latino too, right? So this guy was in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. But I remember knowing that my dad was hood. He was so hood that day because he didn't even flinch. And the minute that the cops left and that everyone left, my dad fucked up my sister so bad. He fucked her up so bad.
the kid of my
He was paralyzed. You understand that? And like, I mean, he's doing good now. Apparently, he's like married in Guatemala, but he's in a wheelchair because of the Lopez household. How crazy is that? How hood is my dad? Had no sympathy. He didn't even see him out. He didn't even call the parents. He didn't care. My dad gave no fucks that this kid broke his legs. Yeah, he's in a wheelchair.
Holy fuck.
He's in a wheelchair, lives in Guatemala. He got deported too. Yeah, my sister's not even with him.
Oh my god.
How hood is that story?
How long did she stay with him after he was a paraplegic? Was she like, "Well, I'm not gonna date you now, you fucking kid"?
Oh wow! Bro, please.
This is not scrambled YYCs. This is scrambled YEGs.
How crazy is that story?
Dude, that's insane. That's not where I thought it was going.
No, but my sis stayed with him for like, yeah, for a while.
She pushed him around a bit.
She honestly pushed him around. For real. And then my dad was just like, my dad was like, "Yo, that was G." Dude, I'd never seen something more gangster. He was just watching TV. And the cops came up and they're like, "Can you explain?" And then my sister was like, "He doesn't really speak English." And he doesn't. Do you want to be? So like, yeah, my dad was just like, "Yeah, watching the game." The baseball game. Yeah. Like, so like, this was when the Blue Jays were really good. So
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
man. Really 90s.
Yeah, bro. But how nuts is that?
That's insane.
That's insane,
That's
bro.
fucking crazy.
That's not, there's no fabrication in that whole story. That's what I went through as a
Have
kid.
you done that on stage?
No.
Why
It's a
not?
hard story.
What?
That's a lot to like get an audience into. But if you do it right, that would be so funny.
Yeah, how crazy is that?
Mind blowing.
Dude actually jumps? Like,
He jumped, bro. That's
don't
what
you
it
think
is.
it's too far? Yeah.
I also
Just
can't
like,
believe
dude, I said.
I can't believe that this dude looked at a jump that was big enough to make a man paralyzed and went, I'd rather do that than try and walk by a Spanish girl's dad.
Yeah, 1,000.
Even after his
There's
book
the
was
joke.
like,
There's a
There's the joke. There's the joke. That's why I love this guy. He's the best. You even did help me with the other joke, remember?
Yeah.
The fucking, the girlfriend one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's a
Yo,
joke.
ethnic guys always
Scrambled
need one
YEGs,
white
baby.
dude on the side.
Chris
Rock.
Rock, me and Neil Brennan.
there you go, there you go.
Yo, but anyways, that's a real story. That's fucked
That's
up.
crazy.
Beautiful.
That's
This
fucked.
is a beautiful story.
It is. That's like ethnic dad shit.
That's an
Like, did your dad ever fuck anyone up like that?
He didn't do anything, your dad. He was just chilling.
Your dad makes
Your dad ever kill a guy?
He was just chilling. He
It was
has
not
blood on his hands.
I was paralyzed with fear.
Yeah.
Was he eating something, your dad?
Probably. Yeah, chicharrón and tortilla and lemon. That's all he was eating. A whole raw lemon. As this guy is getting dragged into an ambulance.
Oh my
And
god.
my sister was just terrified.
And a Coke.
The second everyone left, he fucked her up. My dad beat her up. But like, not like in a abusive way.
Just,
Ethnic love way.
Spanking.
In an ethnic love way.
Yeah, ethnic love
This
way.
is the kind of story where I'd be on public transit and I'd be giggling to myself. Like laughing hysterically. Thinking about it and then not wanting to think about it but still laughing about it because it's
Yeah, it's crazy.
so funny.
It's fucked up. Actually, when I go back home to Calgary next week, I told my dad, I'm like, I want to sit down with you and just talk about your life.
Dude, I chatted with my dad. One of the first podcasts I ever recorded was like an hour and a half interview with my dad. It was like crazy.
That's fire.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah, that's what
He's
I want to
done
do.
some crazy shit too.
Bro, all our dads have. But you know what?
all
though?
parents have done some, you know, because they were all just like
It's a different
us's.
time, man.
They were all us's at one point.
They were, but they had shit to do.
Yeah.
And there was no
And
phone.
they did
They were
it.
doing things.
They
Yeah.
did it. No matter what.
They had to.
Did it.
And that's why they love their kids so unconditionally. It's so dope. To like, cause they did, like they had to give up everything for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every generation had it easier than the generation before it. So we, you know, you look at like our parents, like definitely had it harder than us.
Yeah.
And we're kind of like,
But they had it better than their parents.
totally. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Which is
Dude,
crazy.
Yeah.
my parents were both like out of their parents' care by 16.
Yeah. My dad was had to be out of their care by like 13, because even younger, because he was the oldest son and they had 9 kids. So once you're hit a certain age, you just start taking care of your younger siblings. Like you become a parent to them almost.
Just a one-upper, eh?
Yeah.
No, well, my dad.
Yo, my dad laughed too. Yeah, well, I got one for you. How about 13?
Well, my dad was like one of the younger ones. He was lucky because he had a big family too.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he was one of the younger ones, so he got taken care of for a while.
Yeah.
But like yeah, his oldest sister was the same thing. It was like yeah, she was like sewing and cooking like as soon as she could like learn how to.
Yeah, man. Because you had to. You had to like
Yeah.
learn how to take care of yourself and others.
You had like one dress.
And then you look at like our generation and the generation after us, just like
Brad
That is
doesn't
not
even
the
smell, doesn't even clean his foreskin. He's 19. He doesn't clean his foreskin.
How do you know that?
Yeah.
how do you? Yeah, nah, I don't even
That's
know
so
how to know
crazy.
This is legit.
That's so crazy.
That's so.
This
No,
is
just
legit
like our
one of the
parents.
best podcasts I think I've ever done.
Thank you. Does your
That's
dad
much fun.
do other crazy shit? Was there other crazy Spanish stories of your dad?
Yeah.
What else has he done?
Well, because
How many siblings do you have?
I have 3. 2, sorry, 2. So I'm one of 3.
So oldest sister.
Oldest sister, little brother.
Okay.
Uh,
How much younger is he?
2 years.
Okay,
Three,
so they
2 or
waited
3.
5 and then they're like, have a couple real quick.
Yeah, well, because when my sister was born, that was like the height of like the Civil War in El Salvador. So like it was just dangerous to like live. And my dad was a G, man. Like I said, like he had to like grow up by a certain age, and like he couldn't even go to school, right? So like there would be a wino, like a drunk guy who used to be a teacher, and he got kicked out, so he had to go live in the villages, like out of the city. So he would just teach people's kids. And then, like the people in the village would just pay him with like alcohol
drunk?
or money. Just a drunk dude. Yeah. And he would like teach them like good stuff, like math and all that shit.
Yeah.
And then my dad somehow like got his way into university and became a journalist.
That's insane.
Oh, that's
so what was
crazy,
going on
man.
with the Civil War? Who was like at war with each other? We didn't learn about any of this shit in school.
So it was like the conservatives. Well, it's always in Latin America. It's always the conservatives and the liberal.
Yeah.
And the U.S. always usually backs the conservatives. So the U.S. was like putting their hands in there.
Yeah.
Secretly, and they were saying the whole time they weren't, but they were supplying arms.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're doing scandalous US shit.
Yeah, like Reagan,
that's
Bush,
what they do. Yeah.
like they did all that shit.
They're still
That whole
doing
era.
that stuff.
Oh
It's
yeah,
full of that. Vietnam, all the same
Yeah.
strategy in different areas.
They're still doing that. That's why the Middle East is such a
Yeah.
mess because they've been backing all of
well
them.
even
Like,
now
we're not
again,
dumb.
They've been
We
backing
know what's
all of
going
them.
on.
Yeah.
yeah, but Venezuela,
Anyways, but
Colombia, like all that shit is still happening.
Yeah.
Totally.
Right?
Totally.
And El Salvador's fucked now because of all that shit. But anyways, so yeah, my dad was just like a G. Like he was a journalist and he would take photos of what the government was doing. I remember when I was a kid, I saw a picture, or I don't know if it was a picture or I actually saw it, because I remember him walking me down the street sometimes, and I would see just like a body.
Mm-hmm.
But I was so young, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sometimes it's like,
in your head.
did I see it or not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I saw a picture or an actual thing of a baby with its head blown off,
Oh my god.
right? Like a little baby. And I remember just being so like shook that I just sort of didn't talk about it until I came to Canada. And after I asked my dad, what was that? And after he was just like, oh, you were like imagining it. But I knew I wasn't.
Yeah.
Either I saw it in like photo or, because he used to take photos, right?
Yeah.
For the government.
Did he have like one of those like red rooms that he would like dry pictures in, or did he get them just like printed like?
Probably at work, but not at home. I'm not
Okay.
sure. I don't remember. But yeah, I remember thinking that kid was me when I was in
Oh,
Canada. Being like, why am I in Canada? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was like always a smart kid.
Yeah.
Like always thinking outside of the box, like
Mhm.
whatever. But anyways, my dad though, like although he was like this like strong ass dude, he was an alcoholic, right? So when I was born, he stopped drinking.
Nice.
Right? He stopped drinking, but before that, my mom used to tell me stories that he used to take because he used to practice judo. He used to take a mattress and throw it on the front lawn, and everybody in El Salvador had a curfew, so you couldn't leave your house at a certain time. But he would take the fucking mattress and practice judo on the front lawn, hammered in front of the government soldiers, just to be like, yeah, come and get me. Do you know what I mean? And he just used to
That's
practice
crazy.
on a mattress, bro. That's how hood my dad was. Do you know what I mean? And back in the day, I remember one time we were driving in El Salvador when we went back there as kids, and this dude just was yelling, "Yo, Mario King Kong!" Because my dad's name was Mario. He's like, "Mario King Kong, Mario King Kong." And then after he pulled into the gas station that we were in, and I was like, "Yo, Dad, who is that?" He was like, "Well, that's a guy that grew up in our neighborhood." Right? And the
That's
guy,
awesome.
and I'm like, "Why do they call you Mario King Kong?" And he's like, "Because me and your older uncle, we used to fuck dudes up so hard that when we threw them on the ground, they said it would." And at that time, the King Kong, the movie just came out, like the 1930s one. in like the 1970s, El Salvador just came out. That was the biggest hit back in the day.
The only movie.
The old King Kong. But they used to say that when he used to drop dudes, it would be like King Kong dropping buildings.
Oh, man.
How dope is that?
That's pretty
That's it.
cool.
That's fresh, bro.
That's a cool
Yeah, that's
resume.
Wild.
Mario King Kong, baby.
That's it. Is your dad big?
Special.
No,
Yeah.
he's my height.
Really?
He's just like a little bit taller, but he's built.
That's sick. Are people in El Salvador small?
Yeah, we're mad small.
Yeah.
Super small. We're little poppies. Little mommies and poppies. But my dad, like even me, bro, like I'm a small guy, but I'm dense.
Bro, yeah, I went to the gym with you.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, bro, like the lifting, but my dad's like band strength. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I got little hands, little dick, little feet. That guy has he's small, but he has the things of a man.
Just, yeah, big,
He's small, but he has the things of a man.
Yeah, I don't because I grew up in Canada. That's one of my biggest regrets. I'm like, I wish I grew up in El Salvador. I would have had at least a medium-sized dick.
It'd be so hard.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have that nose piercing.
Exactly. I'd be mad hard. Yeah, but my foreskin reeks. Yeah. I don't know why. But anyways.
But anyways.
Thank you for asking me that.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Celeste, did your dad do any cool shit?
Yeah, he's just a good dad.
No.
Did your dad do any cool? She is very supportive. It was very nice.
Yeah, came to Canada.
Yeah, where did he come from?
Philippines.
Was your mom...
And met.
Were you born in
I was
the
born
Philippines?
here.
You
I was
were
born here. I haven't even been to the Philippines.
Really?
Yeah.
Does that feel weird to you?
Yeah, very weird. I feel so disconnected. But we're going next year.
Oh,
A year from
really?
now. Yeah, we'll be there.
Are you going? Do you have it all planned out already? Do you know what you're doing?
No, but I have an idea of what I want to do. But yeah, my dad is he came from nothing, like literally.
Shit.
He's
How did they
he's
like?
good. He's good.
I've always wondered how did they get over? Because isn't the plane ticket wasn't it like mad expensive?
I think you
at
had
that
to get
time?
sponsored back in the day, like at least with the Philippines. My
Yeah.
mom was sponsored.
And the refugee shit.
No, there was no refugee like for my mom and dad. They
Oh,
were
really?
able to get like just sponsored from like family that came. But
Oh,
then
that's sick.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't even know how my parents did it. But they had to smuggle us out.
damn.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, that's a whole other struggle. That's a
That's
whole
crazy,
other,
yeah.
How does that work? Like how?
Well, like not exactly smuggle because once you're at the airport you can leave. But it's like smuggling your
Like
way
getting your way to
the airport.
Like yeah,
That's all it takes. You
getting
know what I mean?
past the border or like customs.
Yeah, shit like that. We were kids, yo. That's scary.
With
Oh,
children,
man,
that's
that would be-
insane.
Yeah.
Like how'd you get smuggled? Were you like in a trunk or some shit?
I remember being in a white van. Like that's all I remember. And I remember it just being hectic. But then, bro, the last time I was home, like two years ago, I remember just like sitting with my parents and just like I did like the spiritual walk from my elementary school all the way to my high school. And I walked, I smoked a cigar. And then I walked to my childhood mall, and then I walked to my parents' house, which is like sort of far now from where I grew up.
Yeah.
But then when I sat down, I was just looking at my mom and dad, and I told them, I'm like, I realize I don't know you guys. Like, you guys, I don't know who y'all are. Like, you guys are my mom and my dad, that's it. I've never got to know you. And then I'm like, how did we come here? Like, I remember just like it being hectic and all that. And she's like, yeah, Marito, like you probably like thought it was more hectic than it really was. Do you know what I mean? Like it was dangerous, but you were probably just scared as a kid. But she's like, I remember like when we were leaving, you were so funny. You kept asking everyone, like, where are my mom and dad going? Because you thought that we were gonna leave you. You know what I mean? And they're like, where are my mom and dad going? And then like my grandparents were like, oh, they're going to Canada. And then I would stand on the couch and I started yelling, my parents are abandoning me and they're going to Canada. Like I would just yell that. But then I remember, then my mom was like, but then we finally came to Canada though. When we finally came to Canada, I remember like, you were just sad. You weren't the same kid anymore. Because you were always like energetic and all that. And then because we lived in government housing for a bit.
Yeah.
Right? And then my dad picked us up in a white truck one day and drove us to our first house. Right? That's how hard my dad worked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when we went into the house, my mom was like, so are you happy now? And after she said, I looked at her and I was like, this isn't my home.
What?
Like I was like, this is, and in Spanish it's like, esto no es mi casita. Like this isn't my little house. Like why'd you take me away from my house? And then my mom said she just started bawling.
Oh man.
Just started crying. Like what have I done? Do you know what I mean? Like what have we done? Like we
They
took our kids
understand now
away.
though. They understand now though, right?
No, what I understand.
Okay.
I understand now.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I get it why
Yeah.
they did it. But when I said that, I started crying at the dinner table. When she said that, I
Oh
started
man.
crying.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
crying, and then my dad looked at me. He was eating a tortilla, and he looked at me, and after he was like, "What's he doing?" And my mom was like, "He's crying," right? And then he got up and went to the bathroom and shut the door, and I knew he was crying,
Oh man.
right? Because we've never had a moment like that ever, because we've never known each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just been I gotta take care of you. but it's never been a connection. So now that's why I can't wait to go home, bro. Like how you had a conversation with your dad, I wanted to get to know him, cause that's nuts, bro. That my parents told me that story, and it was like, man, wow. Do you know what I mean?
My parents were really cool about telling me all this stuff, but I just did that a little bit with my grandparents. I was like, how did you guys, because they came from England, I was like, how did you end up here?
Yeah.
And my granddad was like, yeah, it was either here or South Africa.
Wow.
And my granddad wanted to go to South Africa, and I guess apparently whenever something would go wrong, my granddad would always blame my grandma and just be like, we should have gone to South Africa. But then they went to South Africa on vacation, and apparently the town that they were supposed to go to was just a shithole. And so it was like, alright, maybe we shouldn't have gone to South Africa.
Yo, that's
40 years later.
That's the same thing with my mom does that with my dad, because she always wanted to name me Matthew, which is Mateo in Spanish.
Yeah.
But he's like, no, name him my name, like Mario, right? And Marito means Mario Jr., like little Mario.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, I would get in so much trouble that every time, like I don't know, if I got arrested or something or I got expelled, my mom used to be like, you see, if we would have named him Matthew, he wouldn't have acted like this. Like she would just snap and throw that in my dad's face. My mom's hood too, man.
That's so
But
funny.
she's so funny. My mom's the
Matthew.
funniest.
That's my husband's name.
Matthew. Yeah, which was crazy too, is because like,
Matt.
Mateo, man.
It's Matt.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yo,
But what if he was named Mario? Marito.
Marito. I love doing interviews in sunglasses.
Why?
I don't know, I feel like
It suits you, man.
it's my thing.
It makes you feel like Kanye West.
It does. It makes me feel like Puff.
Puff.
Yeah. Oh God! But yo, this got started out very silly
Yeah.
and very deep.
Yeah. And we're at about an hour.
Yeah.
We are?
Yeah.
Wow.
You guys,
We did it.
you guys got anything you want to plug?
Motherfucking Instagram at No Champagne Poppy. Mad love to Jared Campbell. Mad love to Dave Merhesh. Mad love to motherfucking Simon King. Mad love to Chris Gordon. Calgary's the illest. Calgary Flames win the Stanley Cup.
That's so much.
That was a lot. Some of it was true.
And that's me. Just at me, at simply Celeste.
Yeah.
That's it. And everybody else. You know who you are.
Yeah, y'all know where it's
I
at.
don't. I need the ad, and then I need to type a name, and then I need to know. Oh yeah, that name.
Yeah.
Everybody I love. Shout out to everybody.
Shout out to everybody I love.
Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's
Happy,
Day.
Yeah,
yo, happy Valentine's Day.
Such a lovey
It should be coming out on B-Day.
Yo, happy Valentine's Day to my little white boo-boo, my little Polish princess, my little motherfucking queen, my little baby Yoda.
My little baby Yoda.
Yo, this girl pisses me off every night, but we still say love you.
That's good. That
So
sounds
cute.
healthy.
Why man's time is coming to an end.
The revolution's coming.
Taking one daughter's one family at a time.
I'm gonna knock you.
Alright, Jimmy,
Sure.
anything you want to plug?
At Kersey, at YEGs Stand Up. Go to those two things.
Yeah, you can follow me at AF Comedian on everything.
Station in Jasper every Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Yeah, and go to comedyaf.com for my album and all that stuff. Later, enjoy the rest of your lives.